meeting Bruce in the cafeteria 5th period. I'm not showing up all sweaty.
You've got to quit ditching gym.
Wendy, I'm trying to cultivate a relationship here.
Yeah, but not if you get expelled.
Starbucks, are you coming or not? What about you, Dory?
Are you okay?
I don't feel very well.
Perfect excuse. I'll take you to the nurse's office. She'll write me a note. I was just kidding.
She's been in there for a long time.
It's probably nothing. Come on.
Dory?
Oh, what's she doing in here?
Dory? It's okay, Dory. We're almost there.
Wendy!
Lisa! Lisa, it's okay. I'll go get some help, okay? Let's just stay with Dor.
At least 24 people in the past 5 minutes. I don't know.
This isn't just the flu. Oh my God.
The strain of E. coli that has struck this community is a particularly dangerous one, Roger. Potentially lethal. Health workers are urging area residents who may be experiencing symptoms to seek immediate medical attention. Those symptoms...
This is what you couldn't talk to me about on the phone?
216 people were infected, including the entire Hoover High School varsity swim team, which makes this the largest waterborne outbreak of E. coli in U.S. history.
I know. I saw it on 2020. The CDC traced the cause to the city's water supply, had the whole situation contained within 48 hours. I mean, what's our interest?
No, the case is still active.
Does Diane Sawyer know?
No one knows. The Department of Defense has requested that this be kept confidential.
Department of Defense.
The aqueduct's chemical purification system was computer run. Someone hacked into it. The contamination was deliberate.
How do they know that?
The hacker left behind footprints, fragments of code streams that shouldn't have been there.
And they're sure it wasn't just an anomaly.
The same code streams were recovered from other similar incidents. On the 18th, a major phone interchange in Delaware was knocked out, and 3 days later, a hydroelectric plant in Piedmont was shut down. There are others.
This could just be some kid having too much fun.
Maybe. The DOD is forming a threat assessment team. I've been asked to select a representative from USAMRIID. You'll be advising them on public health ramifications should these attacks escalate. Now, it is a matter of national security, so if you happen to run into Diane Sawyer, try not to mention it.
IWAR. That's a term some of you may already be familiar with. For those who aren't, IWAR simply put means information war, using computers to attack computer-based infrastructure, which is what we believe is happening now. Your job is going to be to assess worst-case scenarios and come up with contingency plans should infrastructure in your respective fields of expertise become affected.
Are we talking about terrorism?
Yes.
Foreign or domestic?
The truth is, it could be anyone with the know-how, the will, and a modem. Our investigation has turned up one possibility. You'll all find one of these in your briefing packets. This man was seen at 2 of the target sites. And if he is our saboteur, it's possible he's hacking into the systems on site.
The targets don't seem to be strategically related.
They're not. You are.
Paul Turner, you Samard?
You're right. We believe the targets thus far have been chosen at random.
You think he's testing the waters? Maybe planning something bigger?
That's our fear, yes.
Bacteriology department at the University of Wisconsin in Madison did a study on E. coli, where they said that within 40 hours...
Excuse me. A word, please. Sorry. I'm Kevin Mammoth.
Uh-huh.
I was very impressed with you during the briefing. You absorbed information quickly, formulated strong conclusions. You're just the kind of man I want on this team.
Thanks.
But I can't use you.
I'm sorry?
Please return your security pass on your way out, and I apologize for any inconvenience.
I don't understand.
Paul Turner. Dr. Paul Turner, right? You did a tour in Desert Storm?
Yeah.
I've seen your webpage. Nice graphics. You've had some pretty harsh things to say about the military over the past few years.
I thought it was a free country.
We here at the Department of Defense like to think so. This isn't personal, but your superior should have known better than to send someone with your particular point of view on something so sensitive to national security. But thanks for coming in.
I thought you were going to take that page down, Paul.
I never said that.
Well, I guess I just assumed you would, considering the United States Army is now your employer.
Have we met?
Maybe I should have Kanan put in a call. They could really use you on this, Paul.
Yeah, that's what Matta said when he was showing me the door. Whoa!
What is it?
Hold on a second, Linda.
Everybody all right? What happened? They all just turned green at the same time. On the radio, they're saying it's like it's for 20 blocks.
What the hell is going on there, Paul?
It's happening again, Lynn. Right here. No, another I-war attack.
What?
Matta said they may be hacking into the systems on site. Call DC Trans, get the location of the nearest city grid switching junction. I'm at 35th and Whittier.
Okay, I'm on it.
What are you nuts?
Paul, I've got that information. The nearest switching box is at 32nd and Ogden.
Got it, Lynn. I'm right there.
Find a clean print?
Owen Sasson, former MIT computer science professor, dropped out of academia, now works as a cyber plumber. Fixes computer systems. He was actually a consultant on one of the first power outages.
Like the arson inspector who starts his own fires.
We were lucky you were there.
Is this address current?
Yes, we're assembling a team now.
Good. When do we leave? I think I've earned it. I mean, I saved you 3 weeks' work in one afternoon.
Why is this so important to you?
He hit me.
Owen Sasso, you're being detained pursuant to the Anti-Terrorism Act of 1996.
You gotta be kidding me.
Get him out of here. And all this hardware and software goes to the lab. All of it.
You think this is over? It's not over, all right? She's too fast for you. You're never gonna catch her! She's not finished!
She.
We found the discs with your journals, Owen.
No kidding. Whatever made you think to look inside the desk?
Very funny. You're a real comedian, Owen. All right, I'll cut to the chase. Every infrastructure system you've targeted is here.
I didn't target anything.
Details, recorded by you. You even mentioned a few incidents we hadn't yet connected.
So I'm smarter than you. No need to make a federal case out of it.
But that's just what it is, Owen.
Then why haven't you charged me? Want me to tell you? You got no case. These discs don't prove anything. So I was following the same electronic noise you were, fishing in the same pond. I didn't see any no poaching signs.
Who's Eliza? Her name kept turning up in your journals, Owen. You were in contact with her before and after each incident. When you were arrested, you said she wasn't finished. Isn't that who you meant? Eliza? Tell me about her, Owen.
You wouldn't understand.
Oh. How do you know?
Because I know you. I've seen you before. You're the reason I left teaching. There used to be 40 of you guys sitting out there all hunched over, scribbling your notes. See, you think inside the box. If it's not in the box, it doesn't exist for you. You want me to tell you about Eliza? That would be like me trying to explain Mozart to a deaf man. That's impossible. Because one has to hear it. Sir.
For someone who refuses to talk, it's funny how he never shuts up.
Sir, the only Eliza that we can connect him to is an Elizabeth Ain. She was a student of his back at MIT. Some kind of computer prodigy.
So where is she now?
Nowhere. She doesn't appear on any tax rolls, census reports, Social Security databases. Sir, she's a ghost. It's like she erased herself.
Oh, we missed something. Let's find her.
Hi. When did you get home?
About an hour ago.
Did you sleep? Hey. What's this?
It's courtesy of our primary suspect.
You hit it in the head far too much. Nice screensaver.
It's not a screensaver. It's alive. It's the cyber version of a single-celled organism. Something called artificial life, A-life. It's a simple self-learning system that evolves like a living organism. Synthetic biology.
Is it somehow connected to the infrastructure attacks?
I don't know. This is Elizabeth Ains. She was a former student of the suspect. She may or may not be an accomplice. She used to be something of an A-life guru. She wrote an incredible number of cutting-edge papers and books between 1991 and 1994, and then just stopped all her research. She made a pile of money writing code for Bill Gates, and in 1996 completely disappeared. Madison, his people are looking for her.
So you think she's
reemerged as some sort of cyber Unabomber.
Well, that's what it looks like, but the strange thing is, I mean, according to everything I've read, her whole life was about creating things, not tearing them down.
Is this one of her creations?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a specimen from an A-life zoo she created as part of her doctoral thesis.
Mm-hmm. As long as it doesn't leave any little cyber droppings, you can keep it.
Turner.
We found her.
That was fast.
No such thing as a criminal genius. After she cashed in her chips in '96, she had all her assets converted into a trust. It's paid out monthly to a Sarah Lambie.
Is that an alias?
Maybe. She's got a place in Legion Heights, 2357 Liberty Drive.
All right, I'll meet you. I gotta go. Bye. Oh, God.
Hello?
Elizabeth Ain? I'm Kevin Manis with the Defense Department.
Yes?
Elizabeth Ain, is she here?
What's this about?
We'd just like to speak with her, please.
Elizabeth's dead. She has been for almost a year.
Do you know this man?
I've never seen him before.
He was Elizabeth's professor at MIT.
By the time I'd started working for her, she'd already cut herself off from her old life.
Why would she do that?
She was getting ready to die. She had brain cancer.
She wanted to spend every moment she had left with Griffin,
Griffin.
her son.
She hired me to help her with him. I'm a special needs tutor. Griffin's autistic.
Where can we find him?
In his room. Griffin, there's some people here to see you. It's okay. He knows you're here.
Binary sequences. What's he doing?
Drawing, it's what he does. It's a therapy he and his mother developed.
Kevin.
Kevin.
These look like schematics.
Sir, we've got another one.
It's Manis.
It's Dulles Airport. The FAA patched him through. This is bad.
What? When?
What? When?
Our screens are down. We're pushing 10. We've got 15 planes all holding it. It looks like some sort of interference. The system started shutting down minutes ago. Approach control and landing systems are gone. Even the redundant backups are failing.
Tell me what your options are. What's the protocol? Can they reboot?
I don't think you understand, sir. They can't even talk to the aircraft. Everything's down.
It's Dulles. Manis, look at the printout. The boy's drawing Dulles. The schematic is of the airport.
We're back online! Yeah! Sir, did you hear that?
What is it? Stop it! Let go of him.
I want you out of here now.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but both of you will have to go with us.
What? Why? You can't do this. Griffin, look at me. We're going for a ride, okay, sweetie?
Go for a ride.
That's right. I need to get his jacket.
This is crazy.
Terrorist activities. He's a 9-year-old boy with autism.
I understand that, ma'am, but we've got a problem here. Griffin's drawings. They're all detailed schematics of infrastructure sites that have been attacked. Can you explain that?
No.
Then he's going to have to. Griffin, can you tell me what this is? You drew this. Do you remember? It's an aqueduct. An aqueduct that was contaminated. A lot of people got sick. Did you do that, Griffin?
This is ludicrous.
Griffin, tell me about this hydroelectric plant. It's in Piedmont. Do you know it?
Of course he doesn't. He must have gotten it off some website. That's not a crime.
Miss Lambie, these schematics don't exist on any website. He had to hack into the plant system in order to retrieve this information. There's no other way. All right. We're finished for now.
Griffin, we're going home.
No, I'm afraid not. We can help you find a hotel, but our forensics people are going to require full access to your place.
You want us to find a hotel?
Just you. Griffin will be admitted to Monmouth Juvenile Detention.
What? No.
I appreciate Griffin's unique circumstance and your expertise in this area. But I've got a job to do. I'll have someone sent up to escort him.
You're afraid he did it.
What? Of course not.
Yes, you are. In fact, you're convinced of it. Sarah, I think you're wrong. I don't think Griffin did it.
At first, when Elizabeth asked that I take Griffin, I was hesitant. I've never questioned my clinical ability, but the idea of being a mother...
Griffin's lucky he has you.
I knew I could never take her place, not really. But I thought, in some way, I could become a kind of mother to him. The truth is, I can't reach him.
And since they took him away, he's grown even more withdrawn, and I don't know what to do. I'll never be what that boy needs.
Elizabeth was his mother.
The places Griffin was drawing, they meant something to you, didn't they?
I didn't know what they were until today.
But now that you do, I'm trying to help you.
Griffin's been to all of those places. His mother took him when she was alive. That was how they communicated.
They communicated with each other through systems?
Water systems, railroads, anything describing the way things connected.
The infrastructure.
That was their language. What she used to reach him.
Is it possible that Griffin's revisiting these places through the computer?
I don't know.
Griffin's the only one who would.
Not necessarily.
You come here to take a shot at me?
Door's not locked. You've been released. They couldn't find enough to prove that you were responsible for the attacks.
So I'm free to go.
We found Elizabeth Ain. She was dead. She died a year ago. You already knew that, didn't you?
You said I've been released. Unless the law's changed, I don't even have to talk to you.
When the utility company brought you on board as a consultant during the first power outage, that was the first time you noticed her code stream, wasn't it? But she was already dead. What did you think you'd found? Was it this? This is what's been doing all the damage, isn't it? Before Elizabeth Ain died, she was already trying to make herself disappear. What was she hiding from? Was she hiding from you?
Why would she be hiding from me?
Because at MIT, as her teacher, you realized the enormity of her gift. Maybe she didn't want to share it with you. Maybe she created something that she knew you'd steal from her if you had the chance.
When you're born with that kind of talent, you have a duty. Instead, she fell in love, had a child. Ordinary. People like Eliza have no right to do that. What she created belongs to the world. She wanted to keep it for herself. She could have made an enormous contribution. And she chose not to.
Bannister is holding her 9-year-old son. He thinks the boy's responsible for the attacks. You're the only one who can prove that he's not. You're the only one that knows what's really out there because you've been hunting it. Hunting the A-life.
Even if you're right, they're never gonna believe you.
If Griffin Ain isn't responsible for these infrastructure attacks, then who is?
I'm not really sure they're attacks at all.
Based on what?
Based on the way Griffin and his mother used to communicate. They spoke through a medium, the infrastructure, through Griffin's curiosity about the way systems interact.
So
they would visit systems together, the very same systems that are being disrupted now.
You have knowledge that Griffin Ain has physically been to these attack sites?
Yes, his mother took him. I think she's still taking him, but this time through cyberspace.
This would be his dead mother, yes?
Reincarnated as a form of artificial life. The binary codes we saw on the screen, I think that was the A-life talking to him. It was inhabiting his system, culling data from it, and sending it to Griffin in a form he could understand. Binary code, which his mind translates into drawings, into pictures.
I have an advanced degree in computer science, Paul. I know what A-life is. I have no idea what you're talking about.
These aren't attacks. I'm talking about a dying mother who created a way to communicate with her son from beyond the grave through an artificial life that's evolved to the point where it's causing unintentional damage every time it inhabits a system.
That is a great story, Paul, but that's all it is. A-life doesn't function at a level nearly as advanced as you're suggesting.
Griffin is regressive because you've separated him from what he experiences as his mother. He'd never really lost her until now.
This is exactly the reason I didn't want you on my task force.
Oh, come on! Stop thinking inside the box!
The box?
Look, if I'm right, whatever it is, it's still out there. And Griffin isn't the only one being affected by this separation.
Come on. Yeah, Jeff. Yeah, I just lost all 3 systems monitors. Yeah, video surveillance went out for a few seconds just a minute ago. All right, I'll go make a round. But get someone on this. I don't want to be patrolling all night.
What are you doing here?
Sarah called. She said Griffin was missing.
Someone hacked into the security system. But judging by the lump on the back of the guard's head, it certainly wasn't Griffin's dead mother.
It was no assassin.
Caught on the security camera right before he disabled it. We've got roadblocks up, APB's out on Assassin and the boy. It's on the wire. We'll find him.
That's not a good idea.
What now, Paul?
All law enforcement communications are computerized on some level. The A-Life's entire function is that little boy. When you shut down the system it was inhabiting, you didn't leave it any other place to go. It'll be looking for him, searching databases, scanning bulletins until it finds Griffin.
I don't believe it.
Well, Owen Sasson does. Why else would he abduct an autistic boy? He's been tracking the A-Life since the beginning. He wants to possess it. He knows if Griffin calls the A-Life, it'll come.
Your attention, please. Train number 99, Southeast service to Miami via Washington, Richmond, Norfolk, Wilmington, Charleston, Savannah, and Jacksonville. Now boarding at track number 7.
Talk to her soon.
All available units in vicinity of Penn Station, all available. Federal suspects have been cited. Detained and hold for agents. Suspect name is Owen Sasson, approximately 5'10", traveled with a Caucasian male near within 8.
Hey, Jimmy, look at that. What the hell was that?
Any sign of him?
No, sir. Police are canvassing the area, but surveillance capability is limited.
What are you talking about?
We got some kind of computer glitch.
You
Follow
watch
me.
the exits.
It's not just surveillance. It's attacking all our systems. We managed to split the lines, keep things running. But I don't know how long we can stay ahead of this bug, or whatever it is.
It's the A-Life. It's found Griffin.
Shut it all down. Everything stops right where it is.
I can't just pull the plug. I need authorization.
Then get it.
There.
Manus?
We're westbound past Federal. Meet us at the next stop?
I'm not sure there's going to be a next stop. Once we got authorization, we couldn't shut the system down. Now half the trains are run away, the other half are sitting dead on the tracks.
We're still moving.
That's the problem. You're headed for one of the stalled trains.
How long before we hit?
At the rate you're accelerating, about 3 minutes. We're getting the passengers out of the stalled cars, but that doesn't help you or anyone else on your train. I'm sorry.
this what you were going to use to catch it? Set it up.
What for?
The A-Life followed you here. It's in the rail system. Griffin's the only one that can call it off. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you don't help me with this, everyone on this train will die. How we doing, Kevin?
Not good. We tried switching you back to the mile marker. It didn't happen. The switching and braking systems still aren't responding.
Okay, we're trying something else. Griffin, your mother is looking for you. You have to tell her where you are. Unless you bring her here, a lot of people will get hurt. I need you to talk to her. She's Griffin!
He doesn't understand.
He understands.
Paul, we're getting something here. It looks like what we saw in the boy's room.
She's talking back to him.
Tell him to make it a quick conversation.
Owen, he has to get her out of the rail system and into your computer.
He knows.
Train 28, you're back online.
His mother created something remarkable.
Yes, she did. But she created it for Griffin. Give them a minute.
They'll take her away from him.
There's no choice.
You're wrong, there is.
What's he doing?
Saying goodbye.